Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion.
Hello once again and welcome to Poetry in Motion Sunday. I'm Craig Lewis and you're watching episode 77. As we begin with my first poem, this one is called Commitment Phobia. The clock struck 12, the door had knocked, a silent night, her kids in bed. She's dressed down in a silk nightgown, her lipstick brown, her toe paint red. It's full-time love she craves for, but she signed for midnight love instead. He occupies that space in bed where no husband does lay. Sophie knows he's one to play, so little she expects. He has a wife at home that does go through his texts. Though Sophie knows the score, he tells guys she's spoken for. His wife or her part-time lover does stay the open door. Her kids he's never met. He visits in the nighttime long after sun has set. And he'll be long gone by the time it rises, you can bet. On changing him and making him commit, her mind is set. During the day she mulls it over, but little does she know he suffers from commitment phobia. And moving on to my second poem, this one's called Turkey Bacon Sandwich. Sleep was sweet as a child once young, like those mangoes ripe and soft. But since her adulthood begun, she's overworked and been signed off with a doctor's note. The breadwinner is not the bloke in the household she resides. He commits to duties known to be done by housewives. While she's outside in steel-capped toes, bricklaying is her trade. From young, she's been a tomboy of hard work, not being afraid. He commits to school runs, making sure the dinner's made beside a cold can on the table. She treats her kids to finer things in life because she's able. Never has to worry about them cutting off her cable. All she's ever wanted was a family life that's stable. And this, just like a wish, the universe is granted. As a man thinks so he is, she knows the term and takes advantage. She wakes up to a coffee and a turkey bacon sandwich. And moving on to my third and final poem of the day, this was called All Been Done Before. I love to see a movie when the journey's packed with thrill. The phone could ring, the door could knock, and I remain just still. It satisfies the soul, just like a hearty meal. I'm trusting in the writer and the actors on the screen to lead me through some aspects of this life I've never seen. The same effect as Supercell, each member does their duty well, like trained elites at work. For such movies I search, flicking through with a remote. When I find one is the equivalent of a pavement bearing a 20 note. When one was broke, need I say much more? To find a movie's a treasure, since TV's become a chore. The storylines and daytime soaps have all been done before. And there you have it, your poetry fix for me this week. I hope you enjoyed. Until next week, short and sweet. Take care.
Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday.